What's going on with you this year, Tyreek Hill, where you are leading the league in receiving in a new offense? How does this offense suit you, Tyreek?
Well, man, just for me, man, just being in this league like a long time, just understanding, what I need to do for exactly this team and, how I fit in personality-wise, my skill set, and just who I am as a player, man. I feel like Mike meant. I feel like me and Mike, man, and Tua, like it was meant to be. I feel like everything happens for a reason. So God, he put me in a position, to have to make a decision to come to Miami, and everything is working, man. So, I mean, my playing style, it suits Tua, really well. He can throw the deep ball really well. He can throw the ball very accurately to me on the intermediate short passes. So coming here, man, it was a no-brainer. So I'm glad I made that decision, and everything is paying off right now, man. So shout out to God, Team God, man.
And I had Andrew Hawkins, former NFL player, in studio a couple like last month, and he told a story of when he was in Cleveland and Mike McDaniel was the receiver coach, and how McDaniel would tell him about a certain way to get off the line, and that if he did it when at a certain time, he would not see anybody being able to cover him. Now, obviously, you've got the speed already, and combined with this sort of knowledge, I would imagine, would make you even better, and we're seeing it right now. Do you have an example of Mike McDaniel telling you something that you didn't already know that you're using this year to play as well as you're playing, Tyreek Hill?
I feel like with Mike, man, me and Mike's relationship, Coach Mike relationship is great. I feel like he understands, like I said, he understands who I am, and he understands that, like, I'm like a guy. Like, sometimes I get out there and, like, all I do is just, like, I just play football at the end of the day. It may not be the prettiest thing, but what I will say is he does allow me to do certain things that this offense usually doesn't allow in the past. So all I do is just play ball, and, I think me having, Coach Wes Welker, who was a great player in this league, a long time, also helps me, holding me accountable every day, making sure that I show up every day with the same mentality that I want to get better. I want to try to, like, lead this game as one of the best receivers who's ever played this game, So I think having those two guys on my head every day, even though it sucks, it helps me a lot.
What do you mean?
So like I said, man, I'm very thankful.
What do you mean it sucks? What do you mean by that? What do you mean?
Because like, man, like we all human and we all go through it, man. Like, some days you just be like, you know what? I am tired. Like, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling good. But then when I come into work, it's like, Wes is like, 10, I see it. Like, I need you today. I need that energy today. And it's like, bro, like, leave me alone. Like, I just want to be me. But, like, I need that. Like, I feel like sometimes we all need that sometimes just to keep us going. You know what I'm saying? Because I could be a motivation to somebody else. And, I need that leadership, or I need that accountability, out of West to hold me accountable. So, and Coach McDaniels too. So I really appreciate it.
Tyreek Hill here on the Rich Eisen Show. Let's talk about your quarterback, because when Mike McDaniel said he's one of the most accurate throwers he's ever seen, you chimed in saying that he was elite, if I'm not mistaken, and compared him to your previous quarterback in Mahomes. There was a lot of flack given. So you want to pound the table for him and what you're seeing right now out of Tua?
Yeah, man. A lot of people call me crazy, man. Like, a lot of people call me, like, a lot of names, during this offseason, when I went, on my podcast, it needed to be said and said, hey, this guy is definitely one of the most accurate quarterbacks I ever played with, if not the most accurate quarterback I've ever played with. And a lot of people took that as I said that he's the best quarterback I played with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's two different things. Like, when I look at Tua, the amount of things that he's been through in his career, like, it's not fair. You know what I'm saying? Like, situations aren't fair, but for him to be able to, like, hold his head up, continue to, like, want to get better, continue to, want to progress his game, and in many areas that people say he's weak in, shows what kind of guy he is, outside of football. Like, he's so resilient, he's so humble, And to me, man, I feel like he's having an MVP type year, minus the games he missed. Like, just imagine the games, if he would have played those 3 games, what we could have been or what his stats would have been. But it's football, man. Things happen for a reason, so we all live and we learn.
Personally, Tyreek Hill, if I can give my 2 cents, and I have from this chair on my show here, Tua is too humble. He needs to speak with his chest more. I love the salty Tua. I like him coming yesterday when somebody asked him how he's improved or what he can work on. And he's like, I think we've got the deep ball down, huh? Right? Like, and he just looked at everybody in the crowd like, yeah, right? I got the deep ball, right? And then he goes, yeah, that's a subtle dig. And I'm like, no, don't call it a subtle dig. Just say it and leave it on the table. Like, let's get more salt there. What do you think?
Hey, that's the thing about Tua. If you get to really know Tua, man, I tell him all the time, man, drop your nuts sometimes, man. But, hey, I get it. Hey, I get it, man. Like, he's the face of this organization, man, and people know it, so, like he still got to build his way up to that. And I like it, man. I love him being humble, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way to put it. I'm like saying a little more salt, and he needs more salt in his diet. You know what I mean? Like, salty. Just say it. Just say it. I love it. Right?
Gotta let them things drop.
Yes, just speak it. Speak it. I like it. Into existence. I love it. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.